Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, City of Ember. I never heard of it before. I happen to be, I don't know if I watched another movie, but this is a post-apocalyptic kind of movie, and this came up somewhere. It might have came up on Facebook. I don't know. But it's an older film. It's from 2000 and, when I say older, I mean 2008, right? And it's about the civilization that lives in the City of Ember. I believe it's underground after a post-apocalyptic event, but the lights are starting to flicker, right? So something's happening. I don't know. I've read more about it, but I don't remember, and I don't want to know because I like to experience it all on my own. 6.4 on IMDb. Check this out. 65,000 people have rated it so far. So I'm a little late to the theater on this one, but Toby Jones is in it. Bill Murray's in it. That's all I noticed. Oh, Tim Robbins. Okay. But anyway, I'm kind of excited about it. I know I don't normally go back this far, 2008 now. It feels like it was yesterday, but anyway, so I don't know. Those of you watching, I appreciate it. I'm excited. And for those of you who subscribe and leave me comments, I'm catching up on them. I'm realizing now I'm now an Android user. Used to be Apple. I've said this before. Now I'm Android, loving it. But I realize now I can get my notifications right on my screen, and so now I can see when you comment. Before I wasn't doing that, or I didn't know how to do that. Now it does it for me. So I'm going to start catching up on that. I apologize if you're leaving comments and I'm not responding or reading them, but I will now after tonight. so if you like what I'm talking about, drop a comment, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let me get into the movie. It's only an hour and 34 minutes. Good for a school night. So weekend's coming up, so we'll watch longer films then. But I'm excited. Seems interesting. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of City of Ember. Sorry, no check-in. I was going to, paused it, and then said I'll give it a little bit longer. Saoirse Ronan is in this. She is Lady Bird, and in many other things. Brooklyn, stuff like that. I didn't recognize her until I saw her. So she's in this, so she's our main actress. And you know what? I love the concept. You know, I love the plot. Evidently it's a book. So, obviously, not a book I read. You know, but it's about this, and it opens up, right, with this box. And they have this box that it contains instructions and something else in it. And they set a timer for 200 years. So, something's going to end Earth, right? So they create this city underneath, City of Embers, underneath Earth, so they'll stay protected, but they don't want the people to mourn what they missed, you know what I mean, or long for the way it was before. So they set it up that nobody will ever know what existed previously. They'll create this little city and everybody will live there, and it'll be great. But they have this box set for 200 years that it will open, and then at that point it'll give them something, a piece of paper and something else in it, right? So, and it's passed from mayor to mayor over this time, and at one point it stops being passed, so it gets lost. But, you know, so it's all about the city and stuff like that, and these two kids, and they get assignments, like basically when they graduate high school, they're forced into their job, and that's their job for the rest of their life. And the generator is starting to go. That's why the lights were flickering. So there's some fear that, you know, the lights will go out for good and they won't survive, kind of thing. You know, so a lot of fun stuff like that. But what I didn't realize, so I love that whole concept, let me tell you. I think this is fantastic. I was so excited in the first couple of minutes. Then I came to the realization, and I just didn't have my mindset for this. It's more of a, I want to say a kids movie. It's a movie made for kids, I think. It wasn't made for adults. I mean, you know, maybe for adults who read the book. But it's like Journey to the Center of the Earth kind of movie. You know, Narnia, or The Witch, the Wardrobe, the Hanger in the Closet movie, right? It's that kind of genre. I don't know if that's a genre or not, but it's that kind of demographic. I don't know if either of those are right, but you know what I mean? Like, so while I enjoyed it, I would have enjoyed, and I don't want to say like an adult version, you know what I mean? Like, they don't need to curse or have blood and stuff like that. It just needs to be less kidsy and more adulty. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's probably not that wasn't the intention. It was probably a fun book, and this was a fun movie, and I just didn't realize it until I was like, a quarter or halfway through it. I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's PG, which is fine, but now I get it. It was really, so while it was a fun adventure, and I enjoyed the plot, and I liked, everything about it, I was just a little disappointed in that. And I wasn't ready. So I'm here to tell you that, just in case you didn't know that. You're, like a silly goose like myself. But that was my disappointment in this. Otherwise I thought it was good. I felt, I don't want to say like the ending was abrupt, but, I felt it went really fast. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the ending was boom and oh wow, it's over kind of thing. It was just like the path to the ending happened really quick. It seemed like boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's over. I don't want to go into too much detail. Bill Murray plays the mayor, and he's one of the last mayors. Now, it's interesting trying to figure him out and what's going on with him. It's not, I don't think, what I originally thought. I thought he knew everything, but he didn't. He had his own agenda, which I found interesting in the end. So I'll talk about that in a second. So there you go. That's what I got. I'm probably going to give it a 6. Wanted it to be a 7 or an 8, but again, it wasn't for me. Alright, so I'm going to just talk a little bit about Bill Murray. And I'm gonna talk maybe a little bit about spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, you don't want to know, you haven't read the book, you don't know what happens, now's your time to check out and go watch more reviews of me. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Alright, so like I said, I'm not going to change the ending, but Bill Murray seems to be, not on the up and up with the city. And I had thought, there is this theory that there's a way out of the city. And I thought he was aware of, this way out, and he was just biding his time. But that's there, but I really think he was more about, creating his own supply in case the city collapsed, and have his, own stuff for him, food and whatnot. But that's silly, because it'd be very, very lonely. But I think that's, so I was surprised by that. That's cool. Nothing, didn't ruin the movie for me. I just was tricked. I thought he was, on his way out, but he wasn't. So, alright, that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.